YouTube, TTC, AR10 in the building. This is the aftermath video of my Dirty Birds heartbreaking loss against the Eagles. Came down to it. We were down 5 points. We had to get a touchdown. Keanu Neal dropped a critical interception before the end of the first half, which would have kept the Eagles from getting another 3 points. So we probably could have kicked the field goal and won the game, but Keanu Neal lets the ball go off his hands, off his knee, or off his foot, and into the Eagles' hands. And they get a long play, and then they catch another pass, and they kick another field goal to end the half. You know what I'm saying? But this is pretty much the aftermath. I mean, a couple videos back, the video right before the game, I was expecting a letdown. I really was. I was expecting the Falcons to let me down. It's a typical Atlanta Falcons team. We might go 12-4, 13-3, 11-5, but we let you down. We go on like a 6-game winning streak. We start off, 5-0, 6-0, and then we end up going 8-8. It's just that's our MO. That's how we roll. That's how we roll down in the South, baby. We get your hopes up. We build you up, and then we eventually, come crashing down for some reason. We can't consistently go up in a way and take it all. We gotta come down, So I don't know. I mean, I'm not upset that we lost. I'm upset in the fashion that we lost. We were first and goal on a 10, 8, 9, 8-yard line. 2 timeouts. Okay. Their defense was tired. We did not run the ball. Sark did not run the ball one time when we had 2 timeouts. Reminiscent of when the Seahawks were on the 2-yard line and they had a timeout and they don't give it to Beast Mode. How do you not give it to... that was Beast Mode's... That's probably Beast Mode's best year. The number one damn running back in the NFL. 240, 230, and you don't give him the ball. You run a quick slant that gets picked off by Malcolm Butler and the game's over, And then you want to fight after the game, which I thought was pretty stupid, by the Seahawks. But Seahawks, they could have had... Honestly, I'm glad the Seahawks did that. They could have had back-to-back championships. Quinn probably wouldn't have left Seattle if they'd have won that game. So, in hindsight, I'm glad they lost. I'm glad they decided to run a quick slant with Beast Mode in the backfield on the 2-yard line, and timeouts too. I don't know if they had 1 timeout or 2 timeouts, but I'm kind of glad they did that because I think Quinn's a good coach. Sark, on the other hand, maybe it's just a learning experience for Sark. Maybe he'll learn from this, and if he gets in this situation again, he won't make the same mistake. Now, if he makes the same mistake twice, then I gotta say get him out of here. But he made a mistake this game. He didn't call a good game. The formations we came out in, he was trying to out trick the defense and outdo the defense. PSA, Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, you can't fool that guy. You know what I mean? You're not going to come out and doubles, 2 receivers on each side, tight twins on each side on 3rd and 8 and confuse him. It's the reason why the defense is ranked the number 1 defense in the NFL is because they got a good coach, good personnel, and they don't get confused. They continue to run their sets, continue to run your defense, no matter what formation you come out in. You can't trick these guys. So, for some reason, we had drop passes, number 1. We tried to outfox the defense, number 2. And we didn't run the ball inside the 10-yard line with 2 timeouts. That's pretty much the gist of why we lost. Offensively, we did not score in the second half. It's happened before. We've been shut out in the second half before. Usually our defense wears out, and they give up a bunch of points. We get shut out in the second half, and we lose by like 12, 14, 16. The defense only gave up 15 points, man. All the weapons that these guys got on Philly, the running backs, the receivers, the defense gave up a touchdown in the first half. They missed an extra point and 3 field goals. 3 field goals. A touchdown and 3 field goals, and they lost. I mean, that's just unheard of. If our defense plays half as good as we played these final 5 games next year, we're going to kill the division. We probably win 14 games next year. And I say that with confidence. If our defense is a top 10 defense next year and they play just a little bit better, they make a few more plays than what they did this year, nobody's going to score 20 points on us next year. And, I mean, after we won 11 games, all right? After leading the league in drop passes, after dumbass calls by Sark in the red zone, on critical situations, Sark just, I don't know, this guy just loses his mind. And we still win 11 games, we make it to the divisional. There's no reason why. I mean, the Super Bowl's in Atlanta next year. There's no reason why we shouldn't win the Super Bowl next year. Unless we have a bunch of injuries, unless we lose people to free agency, unless, we just lose our minds and don't be successful in the offseason. There's no reason why we shouldn't win. There's no reason why we shouldn't win at all last year. I mean, we were coming off a Super Bowl loss, and we had an average to mediocre year and still made it to the second round in the playoffs. Still one of the 8 best teams in the NFL. It's just ridiculous, man. If we can just put the pieces together for one season, we will win the trophy. We'll win the trophy. But it's gonna take both sides of the ball. It's gonna take special teams. It's gonna take everybody. It's gonna take coaches, number one. It's gonna take Sark getting his mind right, number one. It's gonna take better offensive linemen and receivers that can catch the ball. You can't win leading the league in drop passes. You just can't. It's eventually gonna catch up to you. If we catch half the passes, we win the division. We win the division, we have a home playoff game. Instead of constantly being on the road, instead of going to LA and Philly, and you know what I mean? Instead of doing that, flying from coast to coast and then going home and flying from here to here, we have a home playoff game, and things probably go different. But season's over. Congrats to the Eagles. Congrats to the Aints too, man. Shout out to Marcus Williams, man. I really appreciate you putting your head down, missing that tackle, and causing the team to lose, man. Shout out to Marcus Williams. Shout out to Chaz Green. I'm sure Adrian Claiborne probably sent you a thank you letter. And shout out to the rest of the fans in the TTC, man. The Combine's coming up. I think it's in maybe February, March. I might go up there and check it out. I know they give away like cheap tickets. So I might go up to Indianapolis and check out the Combine and take a bunch of pictures. I might do a live video from out there in the Combine too. I might go up there and try to see. Depends on the weather though. Like if it's like minus something up there in Indiana, I'm not going to go out there and freeze just for the Combine. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what our draft targets are this year as far as a team, but I'm just hoping we get linemen. I'm hoping we get the biggest, strongest lineman. Whatever lineman gets the highest freaking broad jump and bench press and stuff like that. Whatever lineman excels, I'm hoping we bring him in. We start him at guard or tackle. Schweitzer, Schrader, Mack, Levitre was hurt, so Garland. Matthews, I don't think Matthews gave up any sacks. I think Matthews had a decent game against Barnett, but somebody's got to go, man. Something's got to change because Couldn't block Fletcher Cox. Got a bus kicked in the trenches on offense. But anyways, AR10 signing out. Y'all take it easy. I'll catch up with y'all on the flip side. I'll be bringing, whenever I get some Falcons news or updates or just anything that's popping in the NFL, I'll be bringing some more videos. Y'all take it easy. Peace.